a big New Orleans fan, so I'm sure she was not happy. My night's going pretty good. What about y'all's? How many of y'all have been following the girl that come up missing that was camping out with her boyfriend all across the country? Country Christy, hello. How many of y'all have been following that? Yeah, they surrounded his house today. They took away his car. I jumped what? It's good to be seen, Christy. It's good to be seen. Yeah, he's missing. He's missing now, but come on. I mean, Country Christy, thank you. I listen. I hate to make assumptions and say whatever, but it just don't look good that he wouldn't talk. He wouldn't talk to the police and give them the lawyer right off the bat, and then he disappears. That don't look good. They don't look good at all. But I hate to make assumptions because you don't never know what happened. You know, he's guilty of something, that's for sure. Yo, thank y'all for the favorites. Thank y'all for being here. We're just having a discussion about news events and football, of course. And I don't know if y'all see, but I got my Astros shirt on. The Astros, they're just trucking along. And if you follow baseball, I don't know if y'all know this, but the Cardinals are starting to overtake the Padres, which is a big surprise to everybody. Yeah. St. Louis, yeah, the Cardinals are coming back. I really thought the Cardinals were. Well, how about KC losing yesterday? That was an upset too. That was a big upset. But hey, if anybody in here is a Texas country fan, Cody Johnson has a new album that's coming out, and they've already dropped 4 or 5 songs off of it. It's really good. Really good. Thank you for the love bears. Thank y'all for the gifts. Wow, what, Christy? Oh, it's gonna be fire. This is one of the songs right here. It's called "Walk Up the Driveway." Well, yeah, but see, you can't really say that. You can't really say that because Mandy Jane, hello, Lynn's, hello. Hi, y'all. You can't really say that because who knows what he told them. You know what I mean? He could have lied to them completely, and as a parent, you want to believe your kids is telling you the truth. So that's a slippery slope, you know? He might have told them she ran away. Me, myself, personally, I wouldn't put myself in that. I would not put my family in that position. Yeah, that seems suspect, but yeah, but that don't mean anything. That don't mean, listen, that don't mean nothing. That could just, they could have both been drinking or whatever. Who knows? Yo, Miss Ashley, I was just talking about you. I was just saying, I bet you had a heart attack yesterday when New Orleans, goofed up yesterday. You don't even want to talk about it. It looks like New Orleans kept the wrong quarterback. Looks like they should have kept Teddy Bridgewater. Yo, thank you for the favor, Toast. That's true. Pearly, thank you. Our guest here, or our guest even here, is Mesh here, is Winda here? Ah, there's Winda. Just checking to see if you were here. I'm sure I would be willing to bet that Skylight's probably already on it. Mesh is probably getting something cooked up for us, knowing Mesh. He's here? Okay. All right.
Siri here. Let me know if I can help.
Wow. Siri's here and she wants to help. Hey, Siri, can you sing us a song?
Sure. Absolutely. Ahem. Okay. Here I go. Ahem. Hang on. Let me just clear my... Gosh. Singing is harder than I thought.
Wow. Well, hey y'all, if y'all have Karina on Snapchat, everybody go take a look at her story, and then you'll know why we call her Karina After Dark. Dude, she had a banana split with bananas about that long. I ain't even kidding. Hey, is that you running so fast you're creating smoke, or are you farting while you're running? What's the deal? Would anybody, while we're sitting here talking and this and that, it was two bananas. That's what she said. Is there anybody in here that would like to get in the box and shave an eyebrow? Anybody? Nobody wants to shave an eyebrow? Linz, what about you? Would you like to shave one of your eyebrows? Yours are tattooed on, ain't they? Have you seen his face? Have you seen? Yeah, I have. Well, I mean, not in person, but I mean, I've seen your pictures. I know. Your eyebrows are on fleek. Not you. I was talking about Christy. No, you didn't. You don't touch them. So nobody wants to shave an eyebrow. Okay. All right. Not fleek. Okay. Ain't that what it's called? Right? Your eyebrows are on fleek, means they're on point, right? You'll do it for a dragon. I mean, we could come up with a dragon. Coke and milk is always good. Yeah, I've done that before. I mean, I personally hadn't done it, but I've got people to do it. What about the eyebrows? I'm not joking. It's not against the rules. It's not against the rules as long as it's not dangerous or nobody's doing any drugs or anything like that. No, it's not. It is not. Look, I talked to the big boss myself about it because as long dares are all fine and good as long as they're safe. Nobody's got their clothes off, and there's no drugs involved. My eyebrows give me power. It's like superpower, super brow. Christy, we call you super brow. You have to be careful. How much we paying? Yo, Cuddy, what's up, brother? Yeah, so. Whoa, listen. I'm not asking listen. Oh, you're talking about that Jesus. For 10K? You got a new car? That's awesome, man. What'd you get? What'd you get? What kind of car did you get? '68 Camaro. No. All right, I think I've killed quite a bit of time. I think I've killed some time. I don't know. Maybe. Also, if there's anybody in here from Louisiana that's endured the last two hurricanes that's come through, man, listen. Louisiana's been hit hard the last couple of years. It's been tough. It has to be. Thank y'all for the gifts too. That and COVID. I mean, geez. I will say this: Houston's been really lucky the last couple of years, and everything has turned east and has missed us at the last minute. Let's meet Mega Hurricane. Yeah. All right. Window, if you're ready, I'm ready, love. Send word to DARPA. What is this DARPA? What is a DARPA?
Hi.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I was trying to make you bigger and I hit view profile. Sorry, I'm old and I don't have my glasses on, so. Wow, it says you're from Houston. Are you really from Houston or is that a catfish location?
No, I am from Houston.
Oh, wow. Guess what? So am I, a fellow Houstonian.
And I usually have a catfish location. I just changed it to my actual location.
Wow. So are you from the north or the south?
I am by Bush Airport.
Oh, wow. You're like really close to me. I live like 15 minutes from Humble. So
you are actually very close to me because I'm about 15 minutes from Humble. I actually live off of 1960 and 45.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about yourself. So we know you're from Houston and we know your name is Window. Other than that, I really don't know a whole lot about you. I did go on your stream earlier. You was laid down and relaxed, so I didn't want to bother you. I was just watching.
So you came in lurking because it doesn't pop up that you came in.
I was there.
You could have said hi. Yeah. Not much about me. So I'm an accountant. I have 2 kids. There's not much about me. I stream about twice a day. So I stream from the office and then I stream from home also. And then that is my emoji is my dog.
I was gonna say you must be a dog mom too.
I am a dog mom. She's actually right here next to me.
What kind you got?
English Bulldog.
Oh wow, my friend's got 3 of them things, and I'm like, golly, I don't know if I could handle it. They snore.
That's actually why I got her, because she snores.
You got her because she snores,
Mhm.
or somebody sold you, gave her to you because she snored.
No, I actually bought her because she snores.
Yeah, they all snore.
Yes, yes, that's why I got her.
Okay, okay, back up. See, most people are like, I want something that's quiet and this and that. I've never heard anybody said I bought the dog because it snored. So explain.
Well, I've always had men that snore.
Oh, it's a sound thing.
So when I broke up with my ex, I couldn't sleep. So instead of getting a man, I got a dog.
Yeah, but you probably could have asked Siri or Alexa. You wouldn't have had to pay like $4,000 for a dog.
Yeah, but she's cute.
In case y'all didn't know, an English bulldog runs anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, and that's probably on the low end.
Yes, but she's adorable. See, hold on. She's
Yeah.
adorable. She's adorable. She was worth it.
Oh, yeah, they really are adorable. They just have breathing problems, and they
Yeah.
all the
She,
time.
she was 3,500.
3,500, yeah.
3,500. Yeah. She's also a registered service dog, so I kind of did a 2-for-1.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she is a registered service dog. She's trained to for seizures and things like that too.
Did you pay to have her trained that way, or did you buy her already trained?
No, we trained her that way. We got her trained. So
How
there's
much that
places
cost?
that you can train her. My brother has seizures, so we had to take her in and get her trained. And actually, you don't have to pay if someone in the family has a problem. The hospitals will do it. His center that he does pay for it.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I know I'm diabetic, and I know they can train dogs now to tell if your blood sugar's off.
Yes, she can actually detect if you are going to have a diabetic seizure.
Wow.
So she could probably detect it. I've never tried that, so I don't know if she can or not. But she can tell if he's going to have a seizure attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. That's not a good thing. I've seen people have, I'm diabetic. I've never had one, but I've seen people let their blood sugar get too low because they didn't eat. If you don't like, for those of y'all don't know, if you're diabetic and you take a shot of insulin, you're supposed to eat a snack or something right after, because if you don't, your blood sugar could drop too low, and if it drops too low, you'll pass out like that. And I've seen people pass out and hit the ground, and they start flopping around like a fish. It's pretty scary. First time I ever seen it, I was like, oh my God, I thought the guy was dying.
Yeah, my ex-husband was diabetic, so I've actually seen it.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I keep snacks on my nightstand just because, like.
Yeah, he actually had the right before we got divorced, he had gotten the insulin pump put in. Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my daughter was like the other day, she's like, Dad, let's watch a movie. And we went to watch a movie, man, and when my blood sugar gets low, I feel dizzy, lightheaded, and disoriented. And it like all comes on kind of at once. And when it first starts happening, and it don't take long. I mean, it's just like as soon as I feel it, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. And within just a couple of minutes, I'm like, my head is swimming,
Yep.
So like the other night, I was like, hey, make me some chocolate milk. And I got chocolate milk without sugar. So I was like, put the chocolate in it with the sugar in it. She's like, for real? And it's still, even after I drank that, it took a good 30 to 45 minutes before I leveled back off.
Yeah. The best thing is orange juice. Orange juice is pretty much the one thing that'll raise it quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I learned that trick very quickly.
Yeah.
We kept orange juice in the house. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're a VIP.
Yes, Black VIP. I took it off for a little bit. I had it removed and had a trending boost for a while.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Do you like having the trending boost, or do you like having the badge?
I liked having the trending boost, but I put it back on when they had that VIP contest. I had it
Okay.
put back on so I could be in that VIP contest, and then I just kept it.
Well, how'd you do in that contest?
I came in 10th.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So are you going for the new boss badge that they coming out with?
I wasn't planning for it. Somehow or another, I got an email for it, but I wasn't planning on it.
Well, I'm sure they probably sent them out to everybody, I'm sure. I would
No,
think.
no. They sent me an email. I was in the top 50. Ow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wasn't planning on it. I still don't plan on getting it. I don't plan on spending that much money.
Right, right. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's a little bit more money than I plan on spending on this app.
Yeah, I know how that feels, unfortunately.
Right? Spend enough on here.
You know how many times I've said I'm not buying anymore? I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. But gifting is so addicting, it's hard to stop.
Well, because what I do is I convert it. I don't convert. I
Mhm.
cash out and then I put it back on my card and then put it back on for tax purposes. It's the accounting brain of mine. Because I spend more than I make. So for tax breaks on it, because you can claim all of that on your taxes.
Claim all of what on your taxes?
Everything you spend on this app, you can claim it as your taxes as marketing.
Yes and no. I spoke to a CPA and they're like, you're fringing on the lines of and you could possibly be audited and have to pay it all back and then incur penalties and everything else. So
To a certain extent, that's not 100% true. There's certain limitations on it. I know certain ways around it. There's certain items that you can claim, certain items that you can't.
mhm.
So I know which ones I can and which ones I can't. So, and how much you can and how much you can't. So I convert. I convert some of it. It's not that I don't convert, but most of it I cash out and then I just put it back on my card.
Well, yeah, see, Miss Ash, that's exactly what the CPA kind of told me, was that like it's entertainment. They said, now if you're a streamer and you're making money, you could do stuff like a chair or a desk or a ring light or something like that. He says, but you're only talking a little bit. I mean, you're not, you'll never get away with saying you bought a $10,000 desk or whatever. So
If you don't have to receive a 1099, you don't have to receive a 1099 to be considered income. By the way, it's not considered entertainment. You don't receive a 1099 when you do babysitting. You don't receive a 1099 when you do car wash. So that's not 100% true.
right, right. Well, regardless of what you do, I mean, but everything you cash out, you got to pay taxes on too, because from my understanding, if you cash out too much.
Exactly. So if you cash out and you put it through PayPal, you have to pay taxes on it. So anything you also do through the app, you can claim on your taxes. So that's what I'm saying. You have an offset to it.
Mm. Yeah. Well, so if anybody has any questions about accounting and streaming, favorite Window, and maybe she can help you with it. And that's a question I have. Why is your name Wenda?
That's actually my middle name.
That's your middle name?
That actually is my middle name.
Wow. Okay. I thought there was gonna be like a funny story behind it.
It's actually my middle name. Now my first name is actually more interesting
Oh, really?
because my first name is Freddie.
Okay. Now you got to tell us. We got to hear the story.
So my first name is Freddie with the Y.
Freddie with the Y.
So it's a boy's name. So when I first came on the app, I put my first name, but then I started getting, "Are you a guy? Are you a guy?" And I got tired of hearing it. So then I changed it to my middle name because I got tired of being questioned if I was a guy. So I used to put my first name.
Let me guess, you were supposed to be a boy.
No, my dad's name is Wilfredo.
Oh, okay.
My oldest brother's name is Wilfredo. So then my name is Freddie. And then I have one brother whose name is Julio.
Okay. Are y'all Hispanic?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you grow up in Houston all your life?
No, I was raised in Florida. And then I moved to Texas.
How the heck did you make it to Texas?
I got a great job offer.
Okay, I'll go for that.
I moved to the Valley.
Okay.
I was there for 2 years and realized that is not my world. That's a little too close to Mexico.
Yeah, there was a few people here one time that had a meetup close to South Texas, close to the border, and I was like, "Yeah, y'all better be careful down there." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not like Central Texas or East Texas or anything like that. It's a different world down there with all the illegal stuff that they got going on down there. Like, you got to really be careful."
Yeah, the first time I came out of South Florida, South Texas, I was like, "Wait, we have to go through what?" I'm like, "When did I go into Mexico when I have to go through Falfuria and go through Border Patrol?" I was like, "What the heck is going on?" That was the first time I ever had to do that. I was all confused. This is
like South Texas. What people don't realize is Matamoros, Mexico is on one side of the border, and then Brownsville's on the other side of the border. It's essentially the same city.
Yeah.
It's just it's the border runs right through the middle of it.
Yeah, it's a different world. And then the first time I went and everything was closed by like 9:00 at night, and I'm like, "What do you? The only thing that's open is the movie theaters." And I come from Orlando, Florida. And
everything's open.
Everything's open. So I'm like, nah, I lived 2 years. That was the most I could do.
So how did you find your way to Houston from there?
My ex-sister-in-law lived here in Houston. And so I was like, "Can I, live with you for a couple months until I, find a job in Houston?" And that's what I did.
So how long have you been here?
6 years in Houston.
Okay. And so I'm assuming you like it. I'm assuming you like it so far?
Yeah, I love it. I bought my house 3 years ago. I waited 3 years before I bought the house just in case.
I feel you. Well, buying a house is never a bad idea, no matter how. I mean, because like, if you'd have bought right away and then 3 years later sold it, you'd have made money. So the housing market has been going up here for the last 10 years.
Yeah. No, I wasn't affected by the flood. I actually bought the house after Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey was bad. If any of y'all from Houston and was here to see Harvey was horrible. Like that's the worst amount of water I've ever seen in my life.
And it was hard to find a house after Harvey because most of the houses after Harvey that were not flooded, it was just like, trying to find a house was almost impossible.
Right. Everybody was looking for a place.
Everybody was looking for a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so do you miss Florida?
No.
No.
Not at all.
That was quick. He's like, no, I don't miss Florida whatsoever.
No,
well, I mean, Florida gets hit with hurricanes too, but man, the beaches are some of the most beautiful beaches in the world are in Florida.
Yeah. Actually, because I traveled so much and I went to so many parts of the Caribbean, Florida beaches are nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Caribbean beaches are so beautiful.
I might have to check them out one of these days. So before we go, tell us something about you that maybe your viewers or that nobody knows, that, just give them a little more insight into who you are that maybe they don't know.
Me, I love to travel, which a lot of people know. Me, if it wasn't for COVID, I would probably be on a cruise right now. You would not see me on this app because I'd be like on 4 or 5 cruises a year. So
Wow.
yeah, that's where I would be right now. That's my passion.
I don't even know if the cruise ships are running right now,
They
but
are running. They are running.
you're in a good place for it because Galveston, Texas is only an hour and a half.
They are running, and I'm dying to get on one right now. I am dying, and I've so thought about it, but
And real quick before we end this and move on to Mej, like what is your streaming schedule? Do you have a schedule you go by, or are you just kind of sporadic?
no, I do stream usually after 2 o'clock, between like 2 and 5 from the office, and then about 7 to 10 from home.
And that's every day?
That's every day. I have not missed a day of streaming since New Year's.
Oh wow, I remember those days. I used to be like that, and then I kind of slacked off a little bit. But you know, sometimes, you know, I tell people this all the time. Sometimes you just have to take breaks because, you know, I've seen the app get the better of a lot of people.
After New Year's, my whole thing is I'll do this whole year, and then on New Year's I will be taking a break.
Well, that's good because I mean I've seen this app get the better of some people and break people down, and it's just, you know, you got to take breaks and step away because, you know, I love streaming. I love all the people here, but sometimes it's like sometimes the drama pulls you in, and it's just like, get me away from this, you know.
I have learned to stay away from a lot of the drama though. In the beginning, the drama would get to me, but then now I've learned to stay away from the drama.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even sometimes you stay away from it, and sometimes it comes to you, and you're just like, ah.
That is very true. They bring it to you.
Yes. And my whole thing is I'm just like, I got 17-year-old girls that don't act like some of these 30 and 40-year-old people on this app.
It's so true. Sometimes you wonder if there are 17-year-old girls on this app.
Oh, hey, you know, I've come across people and I've skipped people because I thought they were lying because they look like children, and I'm like, nope, bye-bye. See you later. Gotta go.
Yep.
Hey, well, thank you for coming on my show. It's very nice to meet you. I will come back by your stream some other time, and next time I promise I'll say hi. But I like to go on people's stream, especially when I don't really know them, and just kind of lurk and see what they're about before I, you know, really engage.
Thank you. My show, which will be soon featured, they're doing the test runs. It's going to be on Saturdays at 8 p.m. and it's called Windows Chopping Block.
What's called what?
Windows Chopping Block.
Windows Chopping Block.
Yes.
I don't know, for whatever reason, my brain heard when is the chopping block, and I was like,
Windows Chopping Block.
Windows
It
Chopping
was the
Block.
Weakest Link. They just changed the name.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, love.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. And if there's anything I can do for you on your show, I'll be more than happy to fill in or do whatever. I mean,
Thank you.
as long as it's not talking about like female problems and stuff like that.
No, mine's actually a game show.
Oh, okay. I could definitely do that then.
Mine's a game show.
Like my girls will start telling me stuff about their problems, and I'm like the other day, I asked my daughter, I was like, what is your deal? Like, what's wrong with you today? She goes, you really want to know? And I go, yeah, what's wrong with you? And she goes, well, if you must know, Dad, I started. And I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry I asked.
You're like, I'm out.
Time out. Can I take my question back? I really don't want to know.
No, mine's a game show.
All right, cool. All right. Well, thank you for coming, and I appreciate you being here.
Have a good night.
You too. Wow, what a great guest. Everybody make sure y'all favorite Wenda. Go check out her show. Wenda's Chopping Block. Sounds interesting. So next we're going to have Mej, and he is always a hoot. Mej, where you at? Hello, Mej? Skylight, hello? Okay. Mej is live. Funky, hello. I'm good.
I usually put them on mute. Just turn the volume all the way down, you know?
Not scared, babe. I just skip them real quick. Kenny Wayne. Oh, shit. All right, I'm right there. I'm going. She didn't get me. I thought she was joking. I'm going into his screen right now. Yeah, I'm supposed to be on this show, but you know, Skylight, I'm gonna
Curliana, hello. All right. Well, what happened? You said he was here already. He was not here. What happened? Wow. Joking about what? About the show? Well, apparently it was a miscommunication. Yo, Mej.
Thank you, Skylight, for the reminder.
What? I don't know what happened.
Me too. Is your show still going or?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's still going. We still got almost 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Because she said for the show, but I didn't get like a specific time. So, or maybe she said it, but sometimes she's just a little cryptic. I love you, Skylight, but sometimes you're a little cryptic. So,
well, I mean,
what is the discussion of the day?
Well, we were, we started out talking about the girl that came up missing that went camping with her boyfriend, and that whole thing that's going on, and how they found somebody's body. They think it's probably her, and then they surrounded his house today, and it hauled off his car, and he's nowhere to be found. He's missing. So we was just talking about that, and then we had Wenda in the box, and we were just shooting the breeze with her, getting to know her a little bit. So what's new with you?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I've just been trying to do some more shows, and I'm really working on, staying kind of current on the app as far as, just engagement. So that's kind of what my focus, like, I was on the show with you earlier, Plates and Rates with Skylight.
Yeah.
So I've been like trying to get myself more involved. Before, I used to kind of stay in my little box and kind of just hang onto my room and do a couple of verses, that kind of stuff. And then recently I said, let me just kind of push myself and be a little bit more on other shows. So then I was on FC's show, Deep Dialogue, later at 9:00. Then I had my musical talent showcase at 3. So there was a lot that happened today, and now I'm on your show. Hi, Plato, and now I'm on yours. On Wednesday, I'm going to be on a round table with Top Badge. Can I be your best friend? So she's doing a round table discussion on that. Plato, hey baby. So like I said, I'm just working on getting myself on more shows and
Wow.
um
Well, you was a black VIP the last time we talked, wasn't you?
I'm still a black VIP.
Oh, you haven't got your. I thought you got your top badge.
I do, but I have another account that is a black VIP, but that's on POF.
Oh, okay, okay, I got you.
But I still use this one to buy coins, but I guess it doesn't, show anything. But I believe they said they were working on that they were going to have a way of showing people who are black VIPs with a top badge. Isn't that what I heard? I think I said something about that.
Don't give me one. Don't give me one.
Why? You're like a huge gifter on this app.
Hey, yeah, I know, and I can't buy the packs anymore because they took them away from us. We can only buy 200.
I know.
Which is
It makes no sense, and I've said this to several other people. It kind of discourages us from actually spending more. Maybe they're trying to help us because was it last week? There were some people I wanted to support in some auctions, and I was busy there buying, pay one and then try, and I was like, really, is this what we're doing, people? It's like, why are you trying to discourage, us, you know, from actually getting the same discounts, and we should have the same level as everybody else.
yeah.
So I'm not
And
happy with that.
we did have, and then they took it away, so I didn't understand what.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, I understand if you're not, buying a certain amount that, you know, you have the green VIP, purple, the black, and you get certain discounts and stuff for that. But if we're buying it and we're using that kind of volume, why take it away? So
Right, right, I agree.
a lot of things about this app sometimes don't make sense to me. I don't understand why we don't have more top badge gifts since they took away a lot of the VIP gifts from us that we could send. I thought they were gonna like kind of replace it. You'd get and it's been a while. They've had top badges around for a while now,
Yeah,
and that if not create, and every week they're creating new gifts. How much more is it to create an airplane, uh, a dragon, have like a top badge wheel, that only we can send to a person. It just,
yeah, like the VIP wheel. We can't even send that.
yeah, it's like, I was like, come on, people, really encourage us to have something special with us being, top streamers with a badge,
And if they
give
made
us a little bit more.
if they made a top badge wheel and we're the only ones that could spin it, why wouldn't we want to? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Listen, I hardly, if ever, use the rose anymore. I'm always spamming my top badge. I still haven't gotten, out of the whole thing of like spamming the top badge. So, but yeah, I'm surprised that they don't really look into it. But Travel Bay was talking to me, and she said she was going to create like something for us, like a group, and we were all going to kind of write in about certain things. And if all of us write in at the same time, they're going to have to listen. It's like, hey, here's some suggestions, coming from the top streamers. Here's some things that we would like to see, and if you can accommodate. And she said if all of us wrote in at the same time, they kind of have to look at it, so.
Well, I can't remember. Did you have your top badge the last time you was here or no?
I think so. When was I last on your show?
I-
I
You
got
look
my
at-
top badge in. I did get my top badge because I got my top badge July 2nd.
Okay, yeah. Then you had just got it, I think.
Yeah, I got it. July 2nd, I got top badge. But yeah, I was a top badge when I came on your show. Yeah. I think your show was in August or something. I think it was on sometime in August.
I don't know. The weeks are just kind of, run together for me.
I get you. I get you. Some days I don't know if it's Saturday or it's a Tuesday.
When I started streaming, probably for most of that first year, like I very rarely watched TV. I was here. I was here 7 o'clock until noon, and then I'd go do whatever few things I had to do between noon and 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And then I'd jump back on at 4 o'clock and I'd stay on till midnight because for whatever reason I had an issue with the comments would break at 12 o'clock and I would have to restart my stream and I would just be like, hell with it. And I would just and then when they fixed that, I would be on till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd get off and it was just I was always on, always on, always on, always on. And then I just kind of I burnt myself out. I just kind of fizzled myself out. So that's what
I can get that with this app. When I stumbled upon the live, I went from watching TV and watching shows back to back to back to back, like series, like Big Brother. I mean, like I love a good reality TV, but I was Naked and Scared. There was a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff, and I was just like mindlessly watching them. And then when I stumbled onto live, there's some show called like Naked and Scared. I don't know.
Naked and Afraid. You would be the one to watch Naked and Afraid.
I watched so many. I'm gonna tell you, Kenny, I watched so many of those episodes. Like I went back and I was like an addict. So then I moved from that towards when I stumbled in the live. I was like, I have so many shows that I still have to get caught up on. So after that, this became my new addiction. I was in everybody, was starting to be in people's streams. And this became, my reality stuff that I got kind of hooked on. So here I is months later.
Right. Well, I think, last October when I was in the Battle Royals, I caught so much drama after that. And it just was just like, yeah, man, I'm done with this for a while. So.
Oh, I got on the app. I think I missed all of that because I came on the app just, barely in January. And then I started streaming in February.
Yes.
So I know there are a lot of people on here from, that time. Do you mind if I pour myself a drink?
No, I don't mind at all.
Do you like my bottle of wine?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all the same to me. I don't drink wine, so.
You see how huge the bottle is?
Well, that's what a friend of mine's wife. She gets one at Walmart. That's a gallon.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Got it. So
I even seen a bottle that had a glass made to the top of it.
Oh yeah. I know those.
And it said, my husband said I could only have one glass of wine, but the glass was connected to the bottle, so it was pretty hilarious.
I've actually seen a couple of those, and those are hysterical. I have it on my list of things that I'd like to get. I actually have, because a couple of my friends, they work in the the beverage industry, and I've gotten like those huge glasses, like wine glasses. It's really for display. You shouldn't be really drinking from it. But I have them. They're like huge wine glasses. And I said one of these days, I'm going to put some wine in it and come on stream and go like, hi, anyone care for a sip? And have at it. Just as a joke.
There you go.
So why did you think of coming up with your After Dark? And what's usually like your focus and your topics on it?
I'm just kind of spontaneous and I just kind of shoot from the hip is whoever I'm talking to. I just try to see where they're comfortable at and then I just kind of try to lead the conversation to wherever they're comfortable. I think that's the best thing to do because, I even tell people, I'm like, listen, if you want to be a guest on the show, like, I don't like answering questions. Like, tell me what to ask Tell me what to ask you, and I will ask you those questions so you're not uncomfortable. I don't want nobody to be uncomfortable or feel awkward. So I try not to ask anything I think will be awkward. And then
Yeah.
sometimes I do just to be funny, like if it's something I think will be funny, I will most certainly ask, you know, even if it makes them awkward.
Do you want to ask me something?
No, nothing. No, no.
I want you. Everyone's all scared of my reactions or what something's gonna come out of my mouth sometimes. So
Well, I remember last time you was on the show, like, in case y'all didn't know,
I just find it entertaining.
Mesh can be quite the character sometimes.
Sometimes I like to think all the times. Hey, don't do me like that. I can be interesting all of the times.
Well, no, you're interesting all the time, but you can be quite the character sometimes.
Oh yeah, I was in and out because did you see who won the show? The chicken sandwich.
No,
I think Big Country won because I was in and out. But Big Country actually won the sandwich stuff. I think his was from shoot, not Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes.
I think Popeyes, yeah. So he got it. Where did you get yours from?
Wendy's. I mean, it was okay, but it was just like, if I would have chose Popeyes all day, or
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, either one. No, I had to. My daughter called, and I had to go meet them at the bank, and I actually opened them up a bank account today. Just
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Okay. May I ask you a question?
sure.
Okay. You have the baseball in your name. Or were you? Why did you choose the baseball to represent you?
The
As your
softball.
yeah.
My
Oh, I'm
girls,
sorry. I'm saying baseball, a softball. Yeah.
my girls played softball since they were 4 years old. They'll be or they're already 17. They'll be 18 in May. And for 10 years of their life, I coached them. I was their softball coach. So like it was a big part of my life for so long. And it's still, I mean, like I don't coach anymore, but I still go. And to be honest, like I really enjoyed coaching because I love teaching other kids not only the game of softball, but I love mentoring. Because I had a lot of girls on my team that, they'd always just show up with their moms because they were single moms, and so they didn't have a man present in their life. And sometimes, like one little girl, she's one of my daughter's best friends, and like she's like my third kid. Like I found myself mentoring her all the time because she was always doing something in school. And I would always find out because somebody else I knew's wife was a teacher at the school, and she'd always go, "Hey, you know what happened at school?" And she would tell me. So I'd walk up and I'd be like, "Hey, Angel, what's going on?" She's like, "Hey, coach." I'm like, I said, "You got your running shoes on?" She's like, "Running shoes? Why?" I said, "Yeah, take your cleats off, put your running shoes on." She's like, "Why?" I said, "Because you're going to run all practice." And she's like, "Run all practice for what?" And I said, "What'd you do?" And she's like, "What'd you hear?" That's what she said. "What'd you hear?" I said, "I think you know what I heard." And she's like, she got away from her grandpa and she's like, "What'd you hear?" And I was like, "I think you know." And she's like, "Yes, sir." And so like I made her run and do push-ups and all kinds of stuff for the whole practice. And so from then on, like she would say yes, sir to me and not even say it to her stepdad. And he raised her, you know. And so
Listen, people know, and kids recognize the people, real people in their lives. They
yeah.
understand it.
So
They're smart kids.
that was probably my favorite part of coaching was being able to not only coach them but mentor the girls and teach them life lessons. Like sports comes and goes, but the life lessons you take out of that too will last forever. I mean, I had coaches that did that for me when I was a kid. So you know, it was to me, it was my way of giving back to other kids, you know. So yeah, I enjoyed it. But I also found out one thing, when they go from being little girls to being teenagers, is totally different. They don't want to hear that bullshit no more.
But when you were a kid, do you really want to hear it too? I think we all sometimes forget that we were there at some stage, that and even as adults, sometimes we are just a little dismissive of people and things and situations. So we got to take that into, you know, sometimes you got to like pause and be like, I was there once. They will learn. They'll get to my age. They'll get it. Let me, you know, let me be patient with them.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
Actually,
I was that way with my dad, I guess. But, you know, like when I was growing up, it didn't matter if you felt that way or not. Like they made you, like, whether you wanted to listen or not, like you were made to listen.
oh, I grew up same environment. It wasn't one of those, back chats kind of stuff. You know, my mother still would give an eye, when you're in trouble. But I'm glad I did ask. But for some reason, I had it in my head, and it was me not asking anybody, even say anything. I thought you were like a sports legend.
No, no.
And I said, the next time I go, I said, I'm going to ask him when next I see him in a stream, is he like a sport legend? Hi, Mr. Infamous. And so that's how and I'm glad I did ask. You see, you learn something every day, every time we can learn
Well,
something.
you know,
Hey,
somebody was like, I didn't have an emoji when I first started. I didn't know what emoji was. I didn't know you were supposed to put an emoji. I was just running around here, old Kenny Wayne, and I was Kenny Wayne, aka Bruce Wayne was my name, right? And then I put Texas Gang at the back, so everybody knew I was from Texas, whatever. And somebody asked me one time, "What's your emoji?" I said, "Hell, I don't know. I never thought about that." Well, you should probably pick something. So I sat there for a long time, and I was like, what could my emoji be? And I was going through all the emojis, and they just came out with the softball emoji. They just came out with it, because that was one of the things my daughter always complained about. Like, they don't have softball emojis. They don't have this. They don't have that. They got a baseball and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, hey, there's nobody with the softball emoji. And like, that's been a big part of my life. So, and it's green, so it kind of makes my name pop out. So I had it on each side of my name, and the rest was history.
No, I'm, like I said, glad I asked. Me too. And I went for the very, simpler version of putting the emojis up. It was my old emojis used to be, it still is in my name, but it's like secondary now, and not because everyone has it. It's the scorpion, because people are in scorpion gangs, and the Statue of Liberty. So those two were my main. And then I started playing around with getting a purse or a bag. So the handbag. So now I ended up with, actually, role model was the one. She sent me a bunch and said, pick one of these, because she saw that I was trying to mess around with, using a purse. And she said, why don't you pick one of these, see if you like any of them? And this is the one I picked. So this is kind of my main one, my little,
Yeah.
handbag around the app.
Yeah, because
And I don't see anyone else with it. So I was like, all right, good enough choice.
when I first was gifting on the app and running around on the app, like, I had the app for a long time. Like, I think September of 2014 on this account was the earliest email I found, but I had another account previous to this. And so, yeah, I've been around, for a while. But when I started running around gifting and actually, and I went in lives before, but I would only go in the nearby me, right? Because in my mind, it's like, why do I want to meet people across the country or across the globe? Because, like, I'm never going to meet them people in my life. I'm never going to, like, who cares if I see them on a screen? Like, I'm never going to, like, who cares? I want to meet people that I can actually go interact with, right? So that was my thing. And so this time around, it just happened that I was doing the same thing, and I met people in there that were streamers that were from wherever, and then I started going in their stream, and the rest is history. But yeah, I didn't have a mentor. Like, I was running around the app, nobody told me nothing. I was running, and people started messaging me like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Bro, I'm like, "What are you talking about? Hey, you ain't supposed to, that's kind of crazy what you're doing. Like, hey, you don't worry about me, you worry about you." That was my
I kind of had the same thing. I don't think I've had like a real mentor, and that's sometimes I like being able to do in my streams, is that if people ask me questions, I like spending some time, especially you're a new streamer. I say, ask me any question, I'll tell you some of the mistakes I may have made, or my teaching moments, how to kind of navigate your way, how to get your favorites up, how to like kind of spend your time on the app so you don't get discouraged and want to leave, because I got a lot of people say, I'm deleting this app. I was like, but why? You got to find, for me, I always talk to people with purpose on the app. If you're looking to make money, you got to invest. You got to invest in yourself, and you got to invest in people, unless you're just like beautifully gifted or just lucky to sit there and just have someone come and just fuck it up for you. That's good. Amazing. But if you're going to be here for the long run, and like any investment, you got to put something into it. You're running yourself and using yourself as a model for the business. So whatever you put in, you got to expect the highs and the lows. And it's not going to be consistent unless you make yourself consistent. Absolutely. And I said, but if you're looking to just have fun, and you don't look at this as that you don't want to tap badge, you don't be a streamer, this is not a streamer lifestyle for you, you like vibing with people, do that. There's a lot of people who I love people coming in my room and not even gifting, but chatting and having conversations, because that's your purpose. Your purpose here, and I gotta appreciate and respect that your purpose is to just have a good conversation. Sometimes you want to do both, you can, or you just want to be a troll. You just want to be a good troll or a bad troll or some type of strange troll. But pick your poison and kind of, stick to it. So I tell people, figure that out first before you even start gifting people or doing anything on the app. Figure out what you want to do, because then you set yourself up for the biggest disappointment in not knowing what to do. And you can send the EBTs, watch a couple of videos if you needed to, but don't expect to just sit here and people want to think they can just sit there and all of a sudden gifts are just gonna kind of show up without them having content and with them doing things. Thank you, Curliana, to make themselves more present and aware in the app. So I say to people, find your purpose, and then let that be your style on here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that was kind of my thing. I kind of figured I had that part of it figured out, right? Like, I knew that if you gifted here and there, that people are going to favor you and they're going to want to come to your stream and see what you're about. So, I had that part figured out. But like, I learned something the other day about this app, and I don't even remember what it is now. I'll think about it later. But I learned something. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could do that. I've had this app. I've been running around here forever. Didn't know, So it's crazy.
No, but unless you get, if you are lucky to get Dizzy showing up in your stream, then yeah, you probably just have to stream once, and he'll drop like 5 milli on your stream. Did you just see that? Did you see what happened?
No, he don't come to my stream, so I ain't worried.
No, it doesn't come to mine either. But he was in RMB stream and he dropped 5 milli, snatching the #1 spot. So RMB actually won the contest.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he dropped 5 milli, like on a snipe, as in the last, 5 minute, whatever it was. He just sent, 5 milli.
Yeah, because I blasted the person that was in first place originally, and it said, we're still hanging on to first, just barely, but we still got this. Come on, let's go. And I was like, I wonder if they plan on sniping it from him again like they did a couple of weeks ago. I guess I called that one.
Yeah, and I was surprised. That's why I wasn't even following it because I'm not even in the contest this week. And I went and I supported a couple of people who are like, you know, my friends on the app, just to kind of to help them out. But I saw it and I was like, no, Marty's gonna win. You know, Marty always wins, except for a few times. But I was like, nah, Marty's got it. And then I jumped into RMA's room, and all of a sudden I saw all these dragons are coming. I was like, what the fuck is going on? They were like, Dizzy's in here. I'm like, oh shit.
I don't even try to do the contest anymore because to me it's a lot to ask from people to gift you that much, and it's
yeah.
You know, like I'm not one of the people that like I would rather more the conversation than the gifts because I have cashed out a few times, but I've spent way more than I've cashed out. So like even the times I've cashed out, I've turned around and rebought almost immediately. So it's really not.
I do all the time.
It's really.
You see my gifting level and my diamonds. I am clearly just converting half the stuff and buying just because you know I want to show support to a bunch of people on here. But no, it was crazy in that stream. I was just like jaw dropped. I was like, this is just.
All right, Madge. Thank you for the conversation, but it's 12:15, and I have to end this before I get myself in trouble.
Trouble's always good. Good trouble. Good trouble. Always get yourself into good trouble. Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate you, Kenny. Thank you
Madge.
so much.
Everybody, make sure y'all favorite Madge. Go check him out. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for the show. Thank y'all for coming. Yeah, I'm a